Hello everyone, welcome back to Guapish Rule 34. As always, I'm your host Tanner, and this is a very special Nico-free episode as our friend and dear co-host is off in the Nippon.
Whoa.
That's right, he's out in Japan. So today I am only joined by Dylan.
Hey, what up? This is different. This feels weird. I don't know why.
That's right, you're locked in here with me. And Jackson.
Oh my god, listen, I'm gonna be so energetic this episode, I'm basically gonna be two people. Fuck Nico, we don't need him anymore.
That's right,
man.
you're gonna be you're gonna be Nico. You get to replace him. You're gonna copy his mannerisms and whatnot. Anyway, as I was just mentioning in the pre-guap, I think I have a decent starter conversation topic for the episode, which is when it comes to your guys' like trying to control your finances, stay within a budget and whatever, what would you say is your weak point? The thing that quite often kind of gets you. For me, it is absolutely food. I sometimes. Like, a lot of times I'm very diligent when it's on my workout days, but once I hit one of my off days, I'll, like, go ham at a restaurant or takeout or whatever it is, and I'll just fucking destroy my budget with food.
Yeah, I definitely say that's one for me. I have one more weak point, but I hardly ever get to that point. It's because with food, it's like, well, I got food this one day, and it's usually I'll just do it, every week. Like I go to like dinner or whatever with Jackson and Nico after the gym. So, maybe that's like $20, but sometimes you're like, oh, well, I'm already spending money, so I can go spend money again. And so I'll fall into that pit trap.
Absolutely. That's such a dangerous mindset where you're like, I already spent $30, what's 20 more or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, exactly. And then so my other weak point is when I just go shopping, period. Because I have the exact same thing. It's like I spent all this money. I was like, what's $20 more? Whatever. I remember there was a Black Friday about, 5 or 6 years ago, maybe 7. I went out to the Walmart in McMinnville, and I just buying everything. I got this $50 printer, because it was a good deal. I was just getting all these like random stuff, and then when it got to the movies, so keep in mind, I spent $170 at Walmart. 50 of it was for the printer, and 120 of it was just on movies. Because what ended up happening was I found a movie. I was like, oh, I need to find the prequel and the sequels to this movie. So every time I found a movie I liked, I bought all the sequels and the prequels for the movie. Because that made sense in my mind. And I don't know, like, why. And, like, which is really weird because I always talk to people. I was like, yeah, I'm really good with my money. Like, I'll just not. Like, I can go for months without eating out if I really want to, but as soon as I let myself start eating out, or as soon as I start spending money on frivolous things, I gotta reset myself, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, that's I definitely relate to that too, where, you'll walk into a store and you'll have in your head, I'm like, okay, I'm getting these 3 things. That is what I'm here to get. And then you're walking around and you see something, you're like, but what... I don't need it, but it'd be kind of neat to have.
Yeah, and it's definitely like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for this, or oh my gosh, like I didn't even know they had this, or oh, this is a really good price on this. If I don't get it now, it might not be this price again, and then that's where they get you.
Do you guys ever do this? I literally did this today where I walked into a store just because I wanted to check it out. It was like a local meat market, and I just kind of wanted to see what they have in case, like, later I wanted to get something. And so, I walk around and I'm looking around and I'm like, I can't just walk around this place and leave. I gotta buy something. So I got like a little packet of spices.
Sometimes I'll walk into a store just to, like, discover it and see what they have. Like 9 times out of 10, like especially if I'm just walking around a store to see what they have, 9 times out of 10 I'm actually pretty good and I just walk out. But there is that occasional one where it's like I find this store, I explore it a little bit, I'm like, oh, this is pretty neat, and I'll walk out with that one thing or 2 or 3 things. So
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Jackson?
Yeah, I don't feel like I really ever feel obligated to buy anything when I walk into a store necessarily. I definitely do have the thing that you guys have with, like, food specifically. Going back to, like, the last question. Like, today, for example, I went to Albertsons to buy myself a bag of cereal because I only have mini wheats and they suck ass. And I left with, like, 3 bags of cereal. I think I fucking cinnamon rolls, some bacon, random ass shit that always happens to me like every time I go to the store. And then also my biggest thing that I'm just like lose track of my spending on is just random online shopping. And this is like a really recent thing. This started happening like only when I moved to live with Dylan and Nico, because I was pretty much didn't give a shit about that previously, but I just like buy just random frivolous shit all the fucking time. It's kind of slowed down that I've like acquired a lot of stuff since moving here, but holy shit, I was just buying so much random bullshit constantly, to the point where I literally like every month for the first like few months of living here, I have like $1,000 on my fucking Amazon credit card. It was rough.
Why, yes, I will have a cat grooming glove.
I've got so much random cat shit toys, man. That's actually that's a big one. I buy a lot of stuff for my cats.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I think it has a lot to do with you when you finally leave your parents' house. You get that like feeling of freedom, and you just kind of like you just go at it, because then it's like your parents aren't there to question your spending, and it's like your own place, so like you don't give a fuck what your roommates think, or if you don't have roommates, you know, who's gonna know kind of thing. That's what I imagine it being.
I think the like the social aspect of it is definitely a big part, like not having to worry about what my parents think about my purchases. But I think honestly the big thing is just I had just more space. Like I couldn't afford to have all this stuff in my fucking parents' single room that I was afforded, but I've got a lot more space to put shit out here now.
Relatable.
True.
Yeah, if anything, having like open space makes me feel like I should use it. Like
Yeah,
we don't need a home gym. We don't need four fucking dumbbells. Yet we have 4 dumbbells and a bench for a home gym in our house.
Whatever makes you feel better, man. I probably won't ever use it, but you go for it, man.
It makes me feel better.
That's good.
Are they different dumbbells?
I've got a set of max 25. They're both adjustable sets. So I've got one that's a max of 25, and I use that for like lighter stuff, like pec flies, things like that. And I have a set that goes up to 55, and I use that for like bench workouts, be doing fucking chest presses and stuff.
Ooh, for your guys' workout, do you guys how often or at all do you like check your 1 rep maxes?
I literally only do that for the bench press. That's the only exercise I've done it on. Well, actually, that's a lie. I only exclusively do that for deadlifts. It's literally just deadlifts and bench presses for me.
Okay.
Maybe once every like few weeks or something. It's not often.
I unfortunately don't really ever do that, because the way that my workout routine works is I do the reverse pyramid routine, which starts out with strength training. So every like set starts out with strength training, and then as I finish up reps, so I have a first, second, and third. The mid rep is kind of just for strength and endurance, and then the last one is for just endurance, because it goes heavy, medium, light. And I usually only go about 5 pounds depending on the muscle group. So,
okay, so is that something you do every day, or is it each day is a different one of those?
Yeah,
steps?
each day I do reverse pyramid. Like, okay, so here for example, like I think the closest thing I can equate to your like 1 lift max is when I do a flat dumbbell bench. I have my heavy, medium, light set, but in this one in particular, my rep range for the first one is 5 to 6. My rep range for the second one is 6 to 7, and my rep range for the last one is 7 to 8. So the idea is, this is like the absolute maximum I can push my muscles, because like I like between each I can only go plus or minus 1. Like there's no there's no like, because usually it's 4 to 6 or 6 8 or 8 to 10. You usually have about 2. I only have 1 between all of them. So
gotcha. So what you're doing with each exercise is you do 3 sets, but each set you decrease the weight and increase the reps.
Yeah, that's how reverse pyramid works. It does strength. Okay. It does strength training on the front half, and it does endurance on the end. Plus, if you start on the heavier weights, it fries your muscles faster. So that way, when you actually get to the lighter weights, even though it's lighter weight, you're like tearing the muscles at that lighter weight, which isn't as unhealthy as like you could do it with heavier weights. But if you do it with lighter weights, you get more reps out of it, which again does endurance, and then also you're tearing your muscles at a lower weight, which allows you to get more out of it.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if I've heard of the reverse pyramid before.
Yeah, it's really nice, to be completely honest. I either do that, I do rest pause usually, My newest routine now is reverse pyramid for the first half, and then everything after that is either straight set or rest pause. And so my workouts are usually anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes.
Okay.
So.
I do... So my thing, it does the same thing where I'm balancing both, like, heavyweight low reps and lower weight high reps, but I do it, like, week to week. Like, I'll do, like, my 4-day workouts where everything is, like, high weight, low rep, and usually I'm doing 3 sets of 3.
Yeah.
Except for deadlift, where I only do 3 reps, and I'm just trying to max out that. And then I'll take a rest day, and then the next 4 days, I'll do the same workouts, except I'll do them as 4 sets of 8 reps.
Huh? Interesting.
So it's strength and endurance. And what I've been doing is that during the endurance days, I'll be fasting. And I don't know if that'll do anything yet, because I only just started doing that, but
right.
We'll see. And also, I recently started implementing supersets. Where, you know, you have 2 exercises you're doing back to back without taking rest in between.
Yeah.
And I haven't noticed any differences yet, but I only recently started doing that too. The difference I am noticing is I'm leaving a lot more sore, which means I probably was doing more work. And it's so much fucking faster. I can do my arm days in like a half hour now, which is ridiculous.
My back controller... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Jackson.
I was going to say, yeah, the supersetting is honestly really nice. I do that for when I'm doing my home workouts. Like, for example, I'll do... I always do, like, chest stuff with supersets. Like, I'll do, like, a flat dumbbell bench, and then I'll immediately go and do, a set of pec flies. That's, like, my main go-to.
Yeah.
Something like that. I honestly feel like I get really fucking sore. And I was gonna ask you guys how often you think you bruise going to the gym, like not like because of like an impact or just like, but just like an internal thing. Because for the first time in a while, actually, when I was doing a superset for a chest day, like I woke up the next day and I had a fucking bruise on like the in-between connector between like my chest and my shoulder on my right side. Which I was...
You know, the last time I bruised is because I was doing some kind of chest work. This was like several months ago. I was trying to do a chest workout and I failed. And so I was bringing the weight down and I let it hit my shoulder a little bit too hard. So I don't bruise just from working out. I bruise from actually getting hit. So I don't know what to tell you on that one, my guy.
Yeah, I don't know if I was supposed to have that happen. I don't know if this is a normal thing. I was kind of coping and hoping you guys would say, oh yeah, it happens every once in a while.
It seems to me, from what I've seen, is the way people's bodies react to working out it's a huge spectrum. Like, personally, aside from when I very first started working out, I almost never get sore. Like, and I'm doing heavy weights and whatever, and I can still walk away pretty much fine for the rest of the day, except like leg days occasionally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I've ever bruised myself. I have...
Oh?
I've had stuff where, like, I'll be doing some kind of back workout, and then, like, something pulls a bit too much, and then my back's fucked the rest of the day, but...
Yeah. I just looked bruising here. It was pretty much what I assumed. It says when you're weightlifting and it's extremely strenuous, it causes tears in blood vessels and leads to bruising. So it says when that starts happening, try to mix up your workout types and go easy on them, because that's not good. I was about to say, I actually do supersets. I do it in a weird way. So on my chest days, I do chest bench, and then I do incline bench. And then
so you're doing a three exercise superset.
And then on leg day, I don't know if this next one's gonna count as a superset, but on leg day I'll do Bulgarian split squats, and then I'll do reverse lunges. Doing those back to back suck, because those use literally pretty much the same muscles.
Doing fucking anything after Himalayan or Bulgarian split squats is brutal.
Yeah.
I don't even know what those are.
It's where like you... Oh, sorry.
No, I was gonna say, you go for it. You actually do them occasionally.
So you get a bench, and it depends. Some people do it with 1 dumbbell, some people do it with 2. I personally do it with 2. And what you do is you put you step a certain ways out from the bench, and you put 1 foot on the bench, and you squat down with that one leg, and it's supposed to target your quad. Your quad if your leg is farther out, and if you're closer, it targets your VMO, which is kind of the teardrop, like muscle on the inside part of your thigh-ish area, right by your knee. Those things.
That thing.
Yeah, so I do 45s in each. So I squat 90 with one leg, which sucks.
Is your other leg that's on the bench, is that like straight back behind you?
Yeah, it's behind you. It doesn't have to be straight. You're going to be bending at your knee, obviously.
Okay.
The trick is
your foot flat on the ground, or
like
is the top of your foot against the ground?
Yeah, your foot is against the ground. The leg you're working out, that foot is flat against the ground. The other one is lifted up behind you on the bench, and when you go down, your knee that's on the leg should almost touch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I got confused. I thought you were saying you were facing the bench and you had one leg up on it.
No. Yeah, your back is to the bench.
Gotcha. I know what you're talking about then. Okay.
Yeah. And then like I said, I don't know if this one counts as supersets, but I'll do hanging leg raises, and then immediately after that I'll do ab wheel rollouts.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then
I imagine those probably do. Right, those are probably both like your glutes and hamstrings, right?
No, those are both core workouts.
Okay.
Hanging leg raises.
Yeah, right. Of course.
Hanging leg raises will do more of your lower core, and then the ab wheel rollouts are supposed to be. It's all of it, but it's mostly supposed to target your upper abs.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I saw this interesting video about supersets, where this guy was kind of pitching like what the sort of the most optimal types of supersets are. And basically what he said is you want to do like a targeted workout first, and then a compound one that does have the same muscles. So like what's a good example of ones that I do? I do seated pulley rolls, and then I'll do wide grip chin-ups. And basically, the idea is that the more isolated one will, wear out that primary muscle. And then when you do the compound one, because that primary muscle is worn out, your body will compensate by using the secondary muscles that the compound uses more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say.
Some of my supersets are terrible, and I'm probably just gonna hurt myself doing them. Like fucking, I'm doing a superset of bent over rows followed by deadlift.
Yeah, I mean, it might be fine if you have like a heavy lifting belt. That might make it more okay, but
you're probably right. I probably should get a belt at this point, but yeah.
Yeah, I got a belt. But I need to get heavy lifting gloves as well. My calluses are getting insane.
Mm-hmm. I know Jackson does. When you're doing deadlifts, are you still doing just grip, or have you started doing grip reverse grip?
I'm doing grip reverse.
Okay.
Yeah, I switched to doing that like halfway, and actually, I don't really know if it makes that much of a difference. It might be just placebo, but I definitely feel like I don't like slip as much when I'm doing like heavier weights, or it just feels more stable.
What's the 1 rep max you've hit on deadlift so far?
Oh god, 320 I think.
Nice, that's pretty good.
Okay, all right.
Is that twice how much you weigh?
I weigh about 150, so it's over.
Man, that's really good. Yeah, no wonder you're using grip reverse grip. I'm trying to go as far as I possibly can with just normal grips, because I supposedly, like, the further you go with that, the better your grip strength is going to be when you finally do have to switch to doing grip reverse grip. Mm-hmm. Right now, my 1 rep max on deadlift is, I think I'm just barely shy of 400. I'm like 395 or something.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, speaking of my frivolous spending of shit, I actually did buy like one of those fucking squeezer things for grip strength, and I'll do that when I'm sitting at my desk, and it's like adjustable, so I can make the tension really high.
Oh,
I don't know if it's really making that much of a difference, but I use it pretty frequently, and it definitely.
You'd be surprised.
I kind of want to get one of those. I think grip strength is like something that's really underrated, especially because, and those workouts, those will actually do something to make your forearms bigger, which is like a pretty tough part of the body to hit.
Yeah. I was
You
gonna
also do
say
like dedicated exercises for it.
one of the big struggles I was having, especially on leg day, because I basically use dumbbells for every workout. The one thing that's helping me out a lot that I've been powering through is when I'm doing the Bulgarian split squats or anything, like literally anything on leg day that I just have to have the weights hang off of me. I've had to really get some really good grip strength because, like I said, I get 45s in each of my hands, and then I go 45, 40, 35, and I have to, like, consecutively hold these weights to my sides as I'm doing these lifts. So, like, my grip strength, like, my forearms are actually, like, decently well, like, tuned right now.
Yeah, I got solid forearms, too.
Yeah, so I would say, like, you know, if you want to hack, while you're like working out other groups, if you like are on leg day, you just use dumbbells instead, and you'll get your grip strength up pretty quick.
When you guys are doing squats, are you doing box squats or ass to grass?
I think I usually do box. I'm not super flexible. I think I might need. I legitimately think I need to do like yoga or some shit because I should not be as inelastic as I am. I feel like it's not natural for me to not bend as far as I should.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I was doing box squats for a long time, but let me pitch you guys on ass to grass squats.
All right, you do them.
So, literally it's just you're going as low as you can. It's like doing the Asian squat, basically.
It's definitely the best way to do it for sure.
I don't know. It's a trade-off. Like with box squats, I was able to squat. I think last time I was doing it, I got up to like 360. You're not going to be doing that much if you're going all the way to the ground.
No, yeah, because then you're dealing with negative.
Yeah.
So.
But a big positive is right before I swapped over to doing ass to grass ones, my knees were just killing me. I had not like terrible, but pretty like consistent knee pain.
Yeah.
And doing these ass to grass ones, like pretty much completely fix that. They're I think they literally just have strengthened my knees.
Yeah.
So and that's have you guys heard of knees over toes?
I mean, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's both like a method, and it's this guy's YouTube channel where he was like some sports star who had like really bad knee injuries, and so he literally just kind of figured out all these exercises you can do to like make your knees healthier, and so yeah, ass to grass squats are one of them, and I started doing those, and your knees hurting are something that lots of old people say is a problem. As you get older, your knees are one of the first things to go on you. So I highly recommend, doing some ass to grass squats, or I think it's like sled pulls where you're keeping your knees in front of your toes, shit like that to strengthen your knees up.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Or just fucking stretching regularly. I definitely don't do enough stretching at all, and it definitely shows. Like, I was just, the Xbox came finally. I bought Tanner's Xbox, and it finally came.
Mm-hmm.
And I was playing on it last night, and just every pose I sat in to, like, lay on my bed to play this, after, like, 10 minutes, I'd get up, and I just, like, my entire body was so fucking sore. Every pose I did, like, no matter what. Yeah, I need to stretch more. It's brutal.
I mean, I also
don't
would
stretch
suggest.
at all.
I also would suggest playing video games while laying in bed. It sounds like a great idea. It just doesn't work for whatever reason. I've tried many times. It's like video games are definitely a sitting upright position kind of thing for sure.
And did I frivolously buy a fucking like chair to put on my bed?
A bed chair.
I was about to say I don't know about that.
Let's see if that's a product already, and if not, let's sell it.
It totally is. It's just like a chair without legs.
Bed chair.
I was gonna say, just get one of those fucking. I saw it today. I was at my little brother's basketball game. It's those things that people bring to sports, and it's a seat with the back, and it's so you don't have to sit on the hard ass like wood or
I know what you're talking
bleachers.
about.
That shit. Just get that. That'll probably work.
Yeah, probably.
Man, these are just chairs that turn into beds.
What? Oh, I guess that's
what I searched for.
All I'm seeing are pillows that look like they hug you.
Oh, you mean like the back pillows with like the fucking arms or whatever?
Yeah. I feel like the thing that we're imagining in our heads might not exist.
Guys, we've got a crazy business opportunity. Let's drop the Chris Chan product. We're gonna get some fucking money out of this one.
What Chris Chan
There we
project?
go.
What the hell?
Remember the video game
Oh,
that we absolutely are gonna make.
I forgot you guys were pitching. That was something you guys were pitching when I was not here. I remember listening to it though. That was absolutely insane. I thought you guys said that it wasn't. You guys weren't gonna get much game content out of it because of what the contents of it would be.
Yeah, you know, we're figuring out the details or what. What in the fuck?
Oh boy.
Oh my god, guys, hold on. Look at this Amazon product
holding
here. This
on.
is funny.
Amazon's got everything. Let's see it.
General.
Let's go.
So what we have here
Oh man.
is it's an inflatable mattress with a hole in the middle, and they're advertising the use of that hole for women to rest their butts inside after they get a Brazilian butt lift procedure.
What in the? That's
pretty
extremely specific.
Yeah, that's
got
so
3
fucking
ratings.
funny.
3 ratings. Hold on. What are the
those-
ratings?
Yeah, let's see what those ratings
Hole is
say.
too big. They should have gotten a better butt job.
Hold on. Where the hell? I can't find. How far down do you have to scroll?
Just click the fucking
That's-
ratings button and it takes you right to it.
That's so funny.
My
Is
Amazon.
that the only
feed
one?
is gonna
How
look
come
so
it only
fucking
shows the one rating? Oh,
There's 2.
There's only one review. 2
yeah.
other people just rated it.
2.
That's
Yeah, 2
very
people gave it
funny.
5 stars. 1 gave it.
It says in the title pregnancy, so I'm like, are they imagining women are going to sleep face down?
I mean, that's the only thing
With
that
their-
logically makes
That's
sense
what,
here.
that's what I thought it
Why
was
would you
initially
do
until
that,
you
though?
described it.
There's no way that's comfortable, nor I'd argue even good for the baby.
Tanner, I don't think you truly understand until you become pregnant yourself and lay flat, face first on this bed.
Have you done that?
I definitely have not done that. I was just saying you wouldn't know.
You haven't
I just
been
feel like
pregnant
I don't know.
before.
Am I crazy for thinking that like suspending your stomach is probably it can't be great for the baby, right?
I think
mean,
it
it's
just kind of
probably
stretch you
not
out
good,
really bad. Like your fucking
Yeah.
stretch marks after that thing comes
Yeah.
out are gonna be brutal.
Yeah, gravity and whatnot.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was like a whole industry for products specifically for women who got Brazilian butt lifts. Like, do you see in the recommended this toilet seat riser that lets you sit a bit higher
dear
to
God.
keep you from putting your full weight on your ass?
That's so.
This is awesome. I love this.
There's an
Man,
untapped market we need to be getting into here, boys. What plastic
Bro,
surgery is specific
You guys-
enough to need
You guys have
products for?
officially fucked up my Amazon. Now I'll never
This
hear the
is
end
so
of it
fun.
from
Oh
them.
yeah, I'm logged into my mom's account, so she's gonna be like, "What the fuck are you looking at?"
Why am I being recommended this?
I
Oh,
definitely
man.
need to put these pictures.
Tanner, what's
in
gonna end up
in the episode.
happening
This
is
is too funny.
you got this link and it's gonna you're gonna show up at your mom's house one day and she's gonna have this inflatable bed and you're just gonna laugh because you didn't actually think she'd buy it but she did. This is just gonna happen at this point.
They got fucking it's basically a car seat, but you put it on normal chairs to keep your Brazilian butt lift from fucking popping on the chair or whatever the fuck.
Plastic surgery is just gross, man.
I'm just like, what is if you can't sit on it, what is the point of having an ass?
I know, like
Yeah, I want to get a bigger ass so I don't have to sit on bone every time.
I mean that. I just fucking do glute workouts, man. It's easy.
Never. You can't make
Is
me.
is a Brazilian butt lift even plastic surgery? I thought the whole thing with it was like they take fat out of your stomach and then inject it into your ass.
I mean, probably. I don't know, man. It's just not natural. That's the bottom line here.
You're right. It's
Literal-
such a look though, right?
Have you guys seen 1,000 Ways to Die?
Yes.
I have not.
Jackson, you said yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you at least understand the premise based on the title, I'm assuming.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
they
familiar
describe-
with the show. I've
Okay.
just never seen it.
So, on the topic, this is a real quick thing. On the topic of, like, plastic surgery, this lady got a fucking boob job, right? And she needed to like not leave the country. She needed to fly out of the state for whatever god awful reason. I honestly don't remember. The only thing I remember is the doctor's like, don't get on a plane. If you do, you're gonna have complications. So I guess the fucking complications were the pressure inside her fucking tits was greater than the pressure in the cabin of the airplane, and her fucking boobs exploded and got shit all over everybody in the surrounding area. And she fucking died from bleeding out.
Huh.
That sounds awful.
I feel like that hasn't happened before.
I mean, hey, they don't use people's real names, but the situations and the way these people die are real, so I don't know.
I don't know if I buy that.
I'm gonna put a fat asterisk on that one, Dylan.
I'm just saying.
I totally thought all of it was just fabricated.
No. I mean, I don't think so. Like, okay, well, think about it though. We have what is it? Murphy's Law. Anything bad that can happen will happen, or whatever the name of the law is. You guys know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought that was just a meme.
No, it's like actually a law. Like I could probably look it up right now. Murphy's Law.
It's a law. It's in the fucking U.S.
It's not a law in the U.S. I don't know what it's supposed to be a law of.
It's in the Constitution.
Yeah,
Murphy's Law. Here it is. Hold on. Murphy's Law, Wikipedia. Adage or epigram that is typically stated as anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Oh, so it's not a law.
It has law.
It says
in the
it's
name.
an adage.
Yeah. It's just. I guess it's just a coin of phrase. People say. Listen, though. If it's something people say, it has to be true, right?
That makes sense to me.
I'm just saying.
Why would people say things that aren't true?
I'm just saying, with the way that our society operates today, why wouldn't that be true?
I just feel like I could probably come up with something stupid that hasn't happened, right?
I mean, on the same context, in the same show, not the same episode, but there was live footage of these people shooting a motorcycle scene, and this dumbass driver who wasn't actually even in the movie, the shooting set, fucking drives through, is a drunk driver, runs over all these motorcycles and kills people. So they showed real footage from the accident, but it was nobody specific.
I don't think they can put actual deaths on television.
Well, you don't see them die. You just see this car blowing through these motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to watch the show for yourself, man. If anything, it's entertaining to watch because you see the dumbass ways people can die.
I guess.
Why do you think they made Dumbest Ways to Die, that mobile game that everybody loved for a month and then immediately deleted?
Because it was a funny viral video.
There you go. You're going to tell me all those deaths in that game weren't real?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, damn. I've been misled.
They happen to cartoon characters.
I'm just saying, man, anybody can fall on some train tracks and fucking die. Do you remember that the whole premise of that was don't fucking walk on train tracks or whatever some shit was that?
Yeah, it was an Australian public safety video.
Yeah, that blew my mind. You beat the game on mobile and its end message was be safe around trains. And I'm like, no fucking shit. Why'd you teach me all this shit about snakes and whatnot?
Because there's lots of snakes in Australia.
There sure are.
Wait, is that true?
Probably.
I assume so.
Are there any snakes in Australia?
There's a lot of dangerous things in Australia.
Yeah, there's definitely snakes in Australia.
There's a lot of other things you gotta worry about other than snakes, surprisingly enough.
Yeah.
You got Tasmanian devils and shit.
Well, those are only on Tasmania, not in Australia.
Well, you know.
There are also devils there, so they actually don't exist.
That's right. They're
Jackson
fake.
is an atheist, so he confirms that these things do not exist.
I don't believe in Tasmanian devils.
Anything with any kind of...
Their names are a bit more hardcore than they are.
Yeah, they're kind of chill.
Are those not the ones that fucking sound vicious as hell?
They sound crazy, but when you actually look at them, you're like, oh, it's kind of just like a slightly fucked up cat.
Yeah, it's not like a Wolverine. Wolverines actually kind of look scary.
Mm.
Yeah, Wolverines will fuck you up.
Oh, Wolverines, yeah, fucking... Raccoons will fuck you up. What do you mean?
Raccoons are friendly.
I was told...
Raccoons can solve Rubik's Cubes.
Yeah, well, they also dunk their cotton candy in water and let it disappear. So what kind of idiot does that?
All their cotton candy.
No. Not their cotton candy.
I was always told as a child to avoid raccoons, so...
I mean, you probably should have been taught to avoid wild animals in general.
I mean, that's also fair, but... You know, I remember seeing this pack of raccoons, and me and my buddy just booked it out of there because we we were like, this fucking raccoon family's gonna jump us and fucking maul us to death or some shit.
Tanner, would you pick up a wild possum and give it a kiss on the forehead for $150?
150? I don't think I would.
Thank you.
But they're pretty chill, actually.
Aren't possums like notoriously disease ridden?
Yeah.
No.
So fun fact about possums. They're one of the only species on the planet that can survive having rabies, because rabies raises the natural body temperature. And considering possums' body temperature is so ridiculously low to help them play dead, rabies just kind of raises it to a more normal temperature, which is why it can survive, and which is why they can survive rabies.
If anything, it's a speed buff for them.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I was like, I don't know why why possums are so notorious for that, and then I learned that fun fact, and that's just fucking insane. So yeah, definitely avoid possums.
No, possums are surprisingly clean. Like,
They can be.
like, if you're gonna pick up some random animal off the street and give it a kiss on the forehead, a possum's probably your best bet.
Just don't let it fucking bite you.
Look like they're dirty, but they're pretty chill.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they could absolutely bite you, but most of the time they're pretty chill. I watched a video of a guy like walk outside and he's like eating breakfast at a restaurant, pick one up, bring it inside, put it in his fucking coat, and like kiss it and feed it.
Oh
Just some random ass wild possum.
That was great. I loved that video. All right. Well, what else?
While you guys were talking, I was looking up if wolverines are endangered, and I think you guys will be glad to know they are not.
Thank God. Save the wolverines, am I right?
We need more of them suckers in this world.
They're the largest member of the weasel family.
Let's go. Did you know that capybaras are the largest rodent?
I did know that. Do you think... Actually, that's a stupid question. A wolverine could obviously take down a capybara.
The capybaras are docile as fuck. Don't even, man. Y'all like kiwis? You know what kiwis are?
What,
yeah,
the
they're
bird?
pretty cute.
Yeah, like the little bird.
I hate all flightless birds.
What?
But they're so cute
As
and
a
tiny.
rule.
What about penguins?
I want to eat all the penguins.
Don't eat all the penguins.
All of
At least
them.
save one for me.
If we did a penguin burger,
Bro,
if
no.
I somehow acquired... You know what? Let me look up if I can buy penguin meat.
Yeah, let's fuck the
That's
Japan
some
trip.
black
We're going to
market
Antarctica,
shit.
boys.
I don't think it would be black market. There's got to be some species of penguin that are so, like, not endangered that no one cares,
Yeah,
right?
the emperor penguin.
Let's see. Here we go. Quora. What
Jesus
does penguin meat taste like?
Oh, probably tastes like chicken like everybody else says. I mean that as a general statement, not specifically about penguin.
Let's see. Because blah, blah, blah. Dude.
You know, I heard a wild theory on why everything tastes like chicken. So when we're done talking about this, or if you're still trying to look for it.
Man, the guy describing the taste did a horrible job because he described it using things that I also have not tasted. Like, the guy said, oh, it's like ox heart. Like, what?
Bro, use normal ass describing words like chicken or beef or pork or some shit, something that everybody eats. I think he's assuming that if you're eating penguin, you're eating all this other weird shit too, is the thing.
I love this answer that says, most experts agree that penguin meat is somewhat fishy and has a slightly salty taste.
That would make sense, to be completely fair.
What exactly is an expert in penguin meat?
Probably somebody
Who are these experts he's referring to?
Tanner, there's a whole market you haven't discovered yet, clearly.
I guess.
You gotta get on the ground floor of this.
Can I become an expert like that?
Sure. I guess if you put enough time, dedication, and money into it. Alright, check this out, boys. Here's the wild theory I heard on why everything tastes like chicken, alright? You know that weird thing is like everybody's like, oh, it tastes like chicken for fucking almost every animal in existence in the world that's not chicken? That's a very enthusiastic answer. Yeah,
I kind of disagree with the premise because I think only chicken tastes like chicken.
Well, I'm not saying like you specifically. I'm just saying like everybody, like people say that alligator tastes like chicken, and I'm speaking in general here, Tanner.
I get that. I was just gonna say I've had alligator before, so it's not true.
Yeah, but you get the premise of like everybody says everything tastes like chicken, essentially. Mm-hmm. And so people are like, what if we're living in the Matrix and the robots that are watching over our stasis tanks only had chicken in our existence before they put us in there? So they made everything taste like chicken. And there's your crackpot conspiracy theory for no fucking reason.
I
Yeah, like I said, crackpot conspiracy theory. All right, what's next on the list here?
don't know. Fucking, how far into this are we?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus. All right, let's go to Guapish at the movies.
That was crazy.
No, don't take this to discourage you, because I want you to keep doing it, but I find it very funny that we do, in fact, have a little theme song for Guapish at the movies, and then someone always adds one anyway.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, like, I know Tanner adds the fucking music
It's
anyway,
a good
but...
running joke, though, so I'm going to encourage you to keep going with
Let's
it.
go.
Anyway, this week we watched Labyrinth.
Yeah, the Labyrinth.
Starring-
Great movie.
Yeah, well, it's just Labyrinth. I kept searching for the Labyrinth and never found anything.
Yeah, that's absolutely fair. I'm imagining the movie case in my mind now. I can almost guarantee that I'm remembering it wrong.
So did you remember? Did you watch the movie again, or have you? Are you
Listen,
just going
man,
off your memory?
I
So no.
love this movie. This movie is
Yeah.
a great movie. I know almost everything about this movie.
How many hands were in the fucking well?
Too many to count. What the fuck do you mean? You mean how many were, like, actually talking and shit?
Yeah, how many?
Like 5.
Okay. What's the dog's name?
No. I almost fucking went Wizard of Oz. Wait,
Like
dog.
his name is was. Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
the
no,
dog's
it's the
name?
one that the squirrel guy was riding on.
Mm-hmm.
Scrumptious.
It's something like that.
I don't remember it either. What
Technically,
was
the dog's name is Merlin. It's just when he's in the labyrinth, he gets called something else.
Yeah.
What was the dude
Yep.
killing outside the labyrinth?
What was the dude killing outside the labyrinth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were the things he was killing?
Who are you referring to?
The first goblin that she meets in the labyrinth.
Oh, what was he killing?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I don't know. Who's killing, like,
Dylan,
fairies or whatever.
blundering.
He said fairies. He got it. Can you
Fair
name
enough.
the 3 main characters? Or I guess it's 4.
Yeah, because you've got the girl, you've got the goblin, you got the big
Come on, you can't
got
name any of them.
Sarah is the main character.
There you go.
Who's the big guy? Oh, damn it! I
See,
love
this
the
is
big
why you
guy.
should have watched it this
What
week,
was the
Dylan.
big guy's power?
He could roar, and he summons rocks because rocks are his friends.
He's an earthbender.
Yeah, he's an earthbender.
This movie did earthbending 3 decades before Avatar.
Bro, I fucking love
crazy.
this movie. Is so goofy and so silly, and it's just. I think it was a gem for its time, in my personal opinion.
Here is what I've got to say about this. I don't know quite how to evaluate this movie because it is a fever dream, frankly.
More or less, yeah.
It is so wild what is happening at any given time, and it gives me like mental whiplash trying to keep up with everything.
Oh, okay, that's fair. My brain thrives on that kind of stuff. I like when something's happening and then it whips around to something else. Like, my sense of humor, this has nothing to do with the movie. My sense of humor is like if something happens instantly for no reason, just random shit. And the video could be 2 seconds long, and I will laugh at it. That's just my sense of humor.
Random does equal funny for Dylan.
Yeah, it's dumb. So this movie like speaks to my brain on like that wavelength. It's like anything can happen. It's just, whatever. It's probably why I also have such a poor evaluation of movies, because I just enjoy them because, meh.
Specifically that scene in the jungle with the guys that like pull their fucking heads off. I was watching that. I was like, dude, it feels like I'm drunk right now. What am I looking at?
That scene was so fucking off the
They're
cuff for some
Jamaican
reason,
though.
They're Jamaican me
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I think them being Jamaican makes it all that much better though.
Okay.
The
I love
crazy
their
awful
accents.
green screen that they were on top of as well was super goofy looking.
Hey man, this movie was shot in like the 90s or earlier, so just
Oh, I know. I just think it's. I mean, there's fucking movies with way better keying than that at the time. Like, holy shit!
How'd you guys like David Bowie's dick?
Oh man,
It is very prominent dick imprint throughout the whole movie.
It was incredibly present.
I can't say
Yeah.
that I was looking at it. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Okay, I hope so.
Yeah, the music ranges from very catchy to like I think the opening song or whatever, I was listening to it, I'm like, this sounds like the fucking theme song to like a family sitcom.
Huh.
Like I was ready for Alf to fucking pop out of the screen.
I can see that. No, I literally, the only song that I take away from that movie is Dance Magic. It's a great song.
Are we just to assume that David Bowie was singing songs for all 9 of those hours with that baby?
I think
Probably.
he was. I think he was. He's having a good time, man. He's got nothing else to do in that fucking place.
Dude, he was
Just
partying with the
jamming
goblins, man.
Yeah.
He's
Also,
got-
Sarah is an interesting protagonist. She, you can tell she's a theater kid because she is the most dramatic human being who has ever existed. Just like from the get-go, she blows everything massively out of proportion. Her
Yeah.
stepmother is just being like, hey, you said you'd be here an hour ago. And she's like, God, you fucking hate me! Ah!
I'm glad that
crying in
didn't
her
come
room.
through it all on Discord.
Well, you know.
Gets to the maze, gets to the first obstacle, and immediately gives up.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
But, you know, she learned to overcome or whatever. Jackson, what do you think of the movie?
Oh God, honestly, I think my favorite part of the movie was just the all the puppet stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah.
like what 95% of my enjoyment came down to, is just all the creative shit they did with the puppetry, which is super good. Like I really feel like there's not a lot of movies like that with that level of quality. Like when all the fucking goblins were doing like the dances and stuff, that is so hard to coordinate. Like that shit was super impressive. Also, honestly, I feel like literally one of my favorite scenes in the movie was super early on when she was like, the goblins initially like invaded their house, and they were like popping up and around all over the place. I really liked that scene. I thought that scene was super cool and atmospheric. But the rest of the movie, I didn't really like the protagonist at all. She was kind of annoying. I think her acting was really bad, to be honest.
If it makes you feel better, she's hot now.
Really? I don't really care.
Almost had him.
Yeah, the pacing was a little wonky as well. Everything felt kind of slow and almost like sporadic and weird. I don't know. I wasn't a super big fan of the pacing. Everything kind of just seemed really random.
I will say, I forgot to watch this movie until the last second, to the point that I watched it at 1.5 times speed, so I didn't have a problem with the pacing.
Oh,
There we go. Yeah, shit seemed really slow and kind of obnoxious at times. Like I was like, why the fuck is this going on still?
Where the
but yeah,
hell did you find this?
those fucking spiderwebs, man. The entire movie, I was telling Nico, when are the damn spiders going to come up? When are we going to see some big spider? Because there's spiderwebs fucking everywhere throughout this labyrinth. Never saw a spider. Bullshit. I hate it.
Did you like the worm?
The worm?
Yeah, did you like him? You didn't like the worm?
Well, I want to go see his little house. Oh, I wish you would. I wish you went in with him.
Yeah.
I also like the little guys coming in, knocking out her like markings on the labyrinth. I thought that was funny. Like they'd pop up for the floor. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I really only liked the movie for seeing the puppetry stuff. Everything seemed really fucking weird. The plot was crazy. I think that was the point. It just like made absolutely no sense. Like the whole point of this movie was like she just like is wishing about some goblins, and then they come. You know, the plot didn't make a lot of sense.
Her little brother.
I feel like to the point where like the point of the movie is like it's an analogy.
It seems... I feel like it's kind of unclear. It seems to me like she did in fact know that goblins were real and shit. Mm-hmm. Like she is at no point like surprised about anything.
No, absolutely not. She took everything at face value. I was like, oh, this is just happening for sure. Let's just move on. Even
when like the Goblin King shows up in her room, she's instantly like, "Oh, it's the Goblin King."
Yeah, it's like, are these like common occurrences in this universe? What's going on here?
I mean, I don't know, man. Now that I'm
time.
thinking about it, I'm thinking Labyrinth is honestly probably just a less popular version of Wizard of Oz.
Potentially. I definitely feel like I would have fucked with this movie a lot as a child, but as an adult, I thought it was pretty boring, to be completely honest. I still love this movie. The puppetry was awesome. I think that was super good. I think all of them were super detailed and animated, but that was like the only thing I really liked about it.
I like the Sir Piteous who rides on the dog. That was fun.
He's funny. He's a funny guy.
I thought it was really funny how they just like kept going back and forth between the dog being real and being a puppet. That was always fun to try to like spot which one it was.
Yeah, that's always a fun thing.
All right, Jackson, go ahead and read this essay Nico prepared for us on this movie.
I'm about to bust out this
Oh
essay
man, we are
for you.
breaking a Guapish rule, Nico. I hope you know this. We're breaking a rule for you.
What rule are we breaking?
Yeah, what
Let's
rule?
see, where is it? No reading of any form for extended periods of time.
The whole last episode we fucked up.
Yeah, the whole last episode we got scrapped it, I guess.
Oh well, we're here now. Let's go.
Anyways, this was Nico's opinion on the movie. I'm just going to read verbatim his message. Here is vital information for you to reveal during Guapish at the movies. My thoughts on Labyrinth. Pros: good set design and character designs, decent soundtrack. Cons: poor script writing, see example. Let me copy this YouTube link he posted so you guys can watch it, I guess, after
Of course,
the
there's a
podcast.
YouTube. He looks up a whole ass video.
He's got references. Bad acting, especially from the main lead. Plot feels very meandering for those of you who are going to say, she's in a labyrinth. Of course she will be meandering. A story can involve a character being lost in an unknown setting and exploring it without every encounter feeling like a waste of time. While sets are generally good, several times you can really see where they cut corners. Ending is pretty fucking stupid. Themes feel more tacked on and then really thoroughly thought through and implemented in a meaningful way. None of the characters are likable or charming as the film is attempting to tell you they are. Pro/con, David Bowie's penis, which you can clearly see constantly throughout the film.
Man, me and Nico just really
Did he have a letter
differing
in there?
opinions here.
Yeah, he gave me his rating, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I mean, let's hear it. It sounds like he fucking hated it, but so what did he give it?
He gave it a D+.
Wow. Damn.
A D plus?
Yeah, after we finished watching the movie, that was actually my rating as well. We both watched the movie, we gave our ratings. He said D- initially, and I guess he went up on it. Or I'm pretty sure he said D-, and then I said D+ when we were initially watching the movie. I thought it was fucking boring. I really like the set design and stuff. I really like what they were doing. Like, I see the vision, but the plot and the pacing and the acting was just like so rough for me that I just really couldn't get into it. So that's
My goal is to have a movie that I've already watched that I can get you guys to rate highly. And so far, I think the highest rating I've gotten is like a B+. Actually, I think that's too high. I think I've got a B. Yeah, because Godzilla King of Monsters. It was like I think it's like got a B+ on the fucking the tier list, but that's because I gave it an S. I think the highest it got from you guys was a B-.
That sounds about right.
God damn it.
We have different tastes in movies, dude.
I know, but I feel like at some point we could all have a similar.
Yeah, there's gonna be that movie.
Who's the most successful with recommending movies so far? Well, actually, I'll ask that after we rank this one.
Yeah. I have seeing the tier list and seeing the movies, because then I don't remember who picked what. Anyway,
so are you doing a D+ with Nico?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Dylan, go ahead and say yours. I need to think about my ranking a bit more.
Given that this is one of my favorite movies of all time, and it still is to this day, I'm giving it an S.
Okay. I'm definitely not all the way down to a D+.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the critiques you guys are making are extremely valid, though. It's a fun little romp. Music's good. It is kind of scatterbrained.
I'll say it kind of seemed more like an experience than like a movie with like an actual like overarching plot. Like you're kind of just like watching shit to like watch shit happen rather than like to actually experience a story.
Yeah, they had ideas. They were like, oh, this would be a cool scene. This would be a cool thing. We could do this with the puppet. Like, you know, like that door that came together and then a big robot puppet came out of the door. Yeah. Like, that's a cool thing. So I think you're probably right in that they were like, hey, we just want to show off what kind of cool, creative shit we can do with puppets. And they did accomplish that. I think I'm gonna go a C+.
Yeah.
From me.
There we go.
So let me see. So if we got 2 D+, a C+, and an S. Let me beep boop 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 beep run the math. So fucking it's 1 + 1 + 4 + 12 divided by 4. That's a 4.5. Since most of us were at the lower end, I'm gonna round that down to a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That lands it at a C+.
Let's go.
I was gonna say,
By the way, we're gonna get absolutely destroyed for that ranking. There's no fucking way.
Yeah,
this is a cult. This is a cult favorite.
Yeah, Nico and I were talking about it a little bit. I think on like literally the car ride to me taking him to Japan. But like this is one of those movies where like I want it, like I don't like want it to be good, but I want it to be successful just to like support the vision for what they were doing, because I think the animation and puppetry was really fucking good, and I really like that they did that stuff. It was super creative and super cool, but like it's hard to support like something that creative and out there with the rest of it not like going together so much. Because like I want to support it, I really want to like it just because of how cool and creative the puppetry, the set design, that stuff was, but just like the rest of it just makes it so hard too for me.
I'm not gonna let this affect my decision, but I definitely think Labyrinth is better than Surf's Up. But whatever.
I disagree on that.
Okay.
I gave both those movies S's, so I can't change anything.
That was Guapish at the movie. So like, okay, so who's Jackson? I think is probably the most successful because he said Parasite. Did you do a second one yet?
No, I'm this week's though.
Gotcha. Okay, so Jackson's probably. Jackson's objectively the most successful. I
think I'm the only one who's chosen twice. Because we've got Jackson,
and
we've got
Blake is number 2 right now.
Yeah. Then we got Planet of the Apes, which is you, Tanner. We got Pan's Labyrinth, which I'm pretty sure is Tanichi's.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Cabin in the Woods, which is Nico's. And then you've got Godzilla, which was me. And then Surf's Up. Who chose Surf's Up?
Surf's Up was Blake.
That was Blake again?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Blake's picked more than fucking most of us.
Yeah.
He's some random dude in the grand scheme.
So yeah,
of
I
things.
guess Jackson's the most successful so far.
Yeah.
Korean shit's just good. I don't know what it is. Koreans know how to make like movies and shows and shit.
I will say, like, you know, let's wait for Jackson to also have 2 movies on the board. Actually, this is stupid. I shouldn't have brought this up. The point isn't to see who can pick the best movies. The point is just to rank the movies.
Yeah.
Like I want to choose some absolute shit on my next turn.
It's just fun to see where we fall though. It's like you said, it's not about who picks what. It's just interesting to see where we fall.
Anyway, Labyrinth C+, fucking Jackson. Is it your turn?
It is my turn, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've been saying for the longest damn time that I'm going to pick Scooby-Doo, but now I'm having second thoughts on this because I wish we all, or not all of us, but like it was like a two movies a week or something, which isn't like, you know, it's double the amount of movies.
I mean, we can talk about doing that.
Bro,
Dylan
doesn't
have a lot of fucking time, unfortunately.
Okay.
Like, I'd want to do that because I feel like it just takes so long to get your turns. And there's so many movies that I want to see, and I'm like not watching them myself like before this because I want to watch them for, you know, go up to the theaters and, you know, not have to watch them twice. Honestly, the Scooby-Doo thing was mostly like a joke, but then like I started thinking about actual movies I want to watch again, and there's like a big one that came to mind that Nico kind of is dissuading me on, or he did dissuade me on, because he said it was really fucking bad, and like it like the like a romance plot or something ruins it. But it's the fucking I don't even know the name of it. It's like The Village or something. It's that movie where there's like just some random like old school village, and these fucking monsters come in at night and take people. We saw it in like high school.
The Village by M. Night Shyamalan. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that. I don't know why. I really want to watch that movie again. I remember liking it back in the day. I don't even know if I fully like ended up finishing the movie at some point, but I thought it was really cool back then. But I was also much younger back then.
Hey,
no, it might be absolute dog shit. Who knows? I'm gonna pick it anyways.
Yeah,
exactly.
Sounds good.
Jackson has picked The Village by M. Night Shyamalan. I haven't seen that one, so
I also haven't. I don't think I have.
We'll see.
It kind of sounds familiar. Let me see if
I'm gonna basically be watching it like I haven't seen it before because it's been just so long. I know the twist,
right?
But
2004 film? Is that what it would be?
Who
Is
knows?
it directed by M. Night Shyamalan?
That's a great question. Let's see here. Where is info? Director M. Night Shyamalan.
Yep, that one.
We're good.
Okay. Well, this doesn't look familiar.
I mean,
Sigourney Weaver. What? Is this?
Dylan, would it really be impossible to do a second movie each week?
Listen, man, we can go ahead and pitch 2 movies, and we could see how it goes. Oh, this is the lady from fucking Jurassic World. What the hell? Jesse Eisenberg, he's in here? Holy shit.
I find it so funny that that Dylan knows Sigourney Weaver from Jurassic World.
No, Sigourney Weaver isn't from Jurassic World.
Oh, okay.
Sigourney Weaver is from Avatar. No, Bryce Dallas Howard is from Jurassic World.
That's the movie you know her from then. That's
I mean, I know she's in a lot of other movies. She's way more famous for other movies. I just recognize her from Avatar. I don't know any other movies off the top of my head.
That's fine. She's not whatever. Yeah, we'll bump it up to 2 movies a week.
Alright, well, who picks the next movie? Should you pick the movie?
I'm wondering if we want to do it.
One person picks 2.
I was kind of thinking that, to be honest.
That might be a little fair. That mostly satiates Jackson's need of wanting to watch all these movies, though.
Here, let me call Nico and get his take.
He's definitely on Discord right now.
Actually,
also,
can we? Nah, we won't be able to hear him unless I fucking call him.
I mean, unless we have somebody.
Yeah,
who can
literally have him like on
audio.
speakerphone on your phone. Why not?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, because I need to have him on so that we can hear him. You know.
Who has the power to rename people? Just really quick.
I might. I know what you're talking about. I can fix that.
Thank you. I'm pretty sure Nico did it because he doesn't like my title. Well,
absolutely. It's a little funny though. So.
Oh, I see it.
I don't know why I looked over and saw that. I just did.
Okay, I'm calling Nico right now. Let's hope he picks up that piece of shit.
Oh, he just.
What time is it in Japan right now?
16 hours ahead. It is 1 o'clock.
Like AM?
PM.
No, it should be PM.
Okay. I'm just getting a weird beeping noise from my phone right now.
Maybe he can't call because he doesn't have roaming.
I was gonna say it might be international.
Oh wait, hey, shut up! He's on the phone right now. Hey, what's up,
man.
Nico? Can you give us a quick ni hao?
We can't hear him.
Bonjour.
Oh, there we go.
Huh?
Huh?
Anyway, you're on the fucking podcast right now.
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah, we're considering for Guapish at the Movies bumping it up to 2 movies a week. If we do that, do you think we should have one person pick 2 movies or have 2 people pick 1?
I think 2 people pick 1, because I feel like that would give a greater amount of variety, you know?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thank you for your input. Unfortunately, Discord did not pick up anything you said, so I'm gonna have to explain to them what you just said. But anyway, bye. Love you. Enjoy Japan.
Thank you, I'm about to eat ramen. Bye-bye.
Alright, cool. He's about to eat ramen, guys.
Let's fucking go. I love ramen.
His take was 2 people pick 1.
Okay.
Fuck, I should have asked him what movie he wants to do then.
Drats, Tanner, you go.
Okay.
Skip him. Fuck him.
We can message it to him.
I mean, if we're doing 2 a week, like, whatever.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Alright,
So fucking, we're gonna do, this week's movies are The Village
the suspense is killing me.
and Pumping Iron.
Pumping Iron. Whatever
Wait, do
that
I
is.
know that movie?
There's no way you've seen it, but you
I
might
haven't
have
seen
heard
it.
of it.
It's not the robot fighting movie, is it?
No.
Oh,
Pumping Iron. It's
1977
like
film.
kind of a documentary about competitive bodybuilding starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it. Let's go.
It's
Say it.
from the 70s.
Look at these buff dudes. What the hell? Sports documentary. You would pick a sports documentary.
Excuse me, just complete it.
Lamau called it.
Yes.
Told you we should
He's in Japan having a fun time. He doesn't get a choice.
message him.
Nah, I'm trying to mediate here.
That works.
Let's see what he says. For shame.
Already ruining the
sanctity.
sanctity? Oh.
The sanctity was ruined a long time ago.
Wait, who ruined it?
Didn't we skip Dylan a week?
No. I don't think so. No, because we had
I thought
so
we
many...
had Jackson go in front of Dylan. Like
No. Because I chose Godzilla. Jackson chose Parasite. Jackson hasn't picked a second movie till just now.
Right.
We had like Blake and fucking Tanichi before me.
Right.
That's why I was like, no, we had Blake and Tanichi before you and Nico even. I'm pretty sure.
Whatever. Cry about it. I don't know.
I'm good.
No, I'm saying that to Nico. Even
Oh,
though he
Nico,
can't hear
yeah,
it.
Nico can cry about it.
Anyways.
Cry on.
Yeah, we're gonna watch those ones, and also Nico's gonna be watching Avatar: The Way of Water, so we'll review that next week too. We're gonna be putting a full 3 on the board, guys.
Look, me and Jackson literally watched this like 3 weeks ago or some shit. Are we gonna have to watch that shit again?
I feel like I
What?
remember enough since
I
then.
also feel like I remember.
I
enough.
definitely do
Oh, yeah,
not want to
no.
watch it again.
Yeah, we don't need to watch it again. Don't worry
Okay.
about it.
I mean, Jackson, I was
That's
gonna say
crazy.
I can get us $5 tickets. It's not that big of a deal.
I don't want to watch it again, Dylan. I don't want to watch it again. I'm not saying I disliked it per se, but it's a
Just
fun
wanna
a
sit
very
there for
long
fucking 3
movie.
hours.
Yeah, no way, Jose.
That's literally okay. That
This Nico guy's silly. This Nico guy makes me laugh out loud.
what a funny little
he
fellow.
has no clue what's going on.
He's missing half the
Anyways.
messages to not reaching him in Japan.
He's
Thank
already
you,
learning to
everyone,
read.
for joining us for another episode of Guapish. Go check out our Patreon, where for only $1 a month, you can get early access to the episodes, a pre and post Guap. You can maybe get access to the Discord, get some slime coin. I guess we'd have to give them. You see, the whole time we've been saying we give them slime coin, and then being like, oh, maybe Discord, but like, what would they do with the slime coin if they couldn't be in the Discord? So yeah, you can get in the Discord, and we'll make a special channel where you can suggest topics, and we'll if we get some viewers that want to suggest movies, we'll take your suggestions too.
That maybe. Just considering Jackson's burning ambition to get through his movies over here.
We need to watch so many movies. We need to make it 4 a week. One a day at this point. 7 days a week a movie.
Bro, I don't have time for that.
I do think it's possible that Guapish at the Movies maybe eventually turns into its own show, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, that might have to be a separate podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna turn from
Bye-bye.
Bye.